All right, John Krysinsky here with Kenardo Forbes. Kenny, I'm just learning some news here. Obviously, you will be transitioning into coaching for the most part with the group this year. It's been quite a journey as a player. What are your thoughts? I'm sure there's a lot of different emotions going through your mind right now.
I mean, there's a lot, but at some point, this is about to happen. Like at some point, like you have to stop playing because, I still could technically, but I don't think I'm fit enough to do 90 minutes. If I can't play 90 minutes, might as well just step away and find a different role in the club. So and Bob brought me on. Like I'm just trying to learn as much as I can from him and Rob and Bushy. So it's been a lot, but I'm with him for like 10 seasons. It's gonna be my 11th season, so I pretty much know what he wants. So sometimes I just have conversation with players here or there. Sometimes if they have questions, they could come to me as a player because I play for him for a while. So I think that's gonna be pretty helpful for some of these young guys, just to know Bob's tendency and how we react in certain situation. And they always could come to me and chat for a little bit, ask questions and stuff like that. So I think that's mainly my role as of right now, to get these young guys and the new guys on the same page with Bob.
Yeah, and just tell me, was there a lot of discussion during the off season about maybe whether you'd be playing or not, or you just came in here just thinking you might be able to do this or not?
No, it's been in the making since a couple of years. I signed a 3-year deal. I know 2 years ago, so the first 2 years of that contract was a player, and the third year was optional if I want to coach or play. So in the off season, we had a conversation and tell him like, I don't think I could give you 90 minutes week in, week out. So as you see, last year I was mainly used off the bench. So
Right.
I don't think, as I said to him, I don't think we need to force me trying to play, taking minutes from young guys who could give you 90 minutes and who you are for next season, because you won't have me playing for next season. So might as well just give someone else the opportunity. So it was a good conversation with him, and he's very understanding. And so just hopefully I could pick up as much as I can from him.
And now just thinking back, I remember seeing you first play here in Pittsburgh. I think it was 2015. And that Rochester team was just amazing. We've talked about it over the years, but just your thoughts about your career in this, especially in the USL, but you played it indoor. You had quite a career. Just your thoughts about your career.
Yeah, it's pretty good, but I think my biggest regret is like not winning something here in Pittsburgh while I'm playing. So not saying it can't happen this season while I'm on the staff, but that's just my biggest regret. But based on my career, I think I had a pretty good career. Like 10 years, 7 All-League selection, 1 championship, never missed the playoffs. So I think that's a pretty good career, but I think we'll be missing something as a player, not winning anything in Pittsburgh.
Something important about the relationship that you and Bob have, obviously. We're here and we see another former player of his just stop by, and just what does it mean to I know I've asked you this, but sort of you've been his like main lieutenant all these years, but just being part of this program, this system, and playing for him even before you came to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's pretty special because he brought me in just from playing indoor. I didn't have to do a trial or anything. It's just within 5 minutes of a preseason game, he signed me. So and that's 2015. So and everything was history after that. But coming here to Pittsburgh and the way we changed the culture here, brought a winning culture here to Pittsburgh, brought more fans out in the stands since 2018, since I've been here. So I think it's pretty special here. But as I said, the main objective was to win a championship, and we're still working on that. So we'll see how that plays this season.
Do you have any highlights during your Pittsburgh years in your career? I know you came here in 2018. It was a culture-changing year for the franchise, and you were a big part of that, because when Bob came in, he's like, I'm bringing in we call them the Rhino Hounds or whatever it was, but you were kind of right there with Bob. But came first place in the East in 2019. You won the points total in 2023. But any highlights for you?
Yeah, I mean
stand out?
that 2019 team was special. I mean, I remember the first 12 games we had like 9 points or 7 points or something
Right.
like that, and to be able to turn it around and win the East that season was pretty special. But obviously we didn't do as well in the playoff. But I think that was a good team, and that's a good year for us.
Yeah.
Even when we win the Community Shield, the Supporter Shield, like 2 years ago, that was a special team also.
Yeah.
It was a very special team also. So it's a lot of good team I've been a part of here, but as I said, obviously we didn't get the job done.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of my biggest regrets, as I said. But hopefully I can do it while I'm on the staff.
Yeah, and now as a coach, it's interesting. We were watching all the players getting signed. We're seeing all these midfielders. Like, there's no room for all these players. Like, what's going on here? Like, there's all these, midfielders. But there seems like a little bit of a shift. But I'm sure you guys tactically will change things up all the time. But maybe a little bit of a shift to maybe becoming a better, possession-based team. Just your thoughts overall on the type of players in this midfield, because you and Robbie, experienced midfielder, professional midfielders, will be coaching this group. I mean, just your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I mean, as you nailed it, and that's where Bob wanted to go as a coach, and I think the team responding pretty well. I think this season we're trying to play like a back four, so it's more about possession based, but obviously the last week it's possession with a purpose. So I think that's the main goal we're trying to get out of these guys for this season, even get into the first game, because possession wise in the preseason they're doing well. I played against Pitt. I played like 35 minutes against Pitt, so I think that was good.
Right.
Guys seen me out there knowing that
You scored a goal too.
Yeah, I did.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah,
so you got at least one more in the net.
Yeah, but I think we have a lot of good young guys coming in.
Yeah.
Really talented. More pass and move guys, possession-based guys. But at the end of the day, you have to score goals. And I think that's our main focus going into this weekend.
Yeah, and obviously there's a core coming back too. You have Danny, you have Robbie. They're sort of like
Luke.
Illar.
Yes, I think, and those guys are key guys because they're outspoken, and I think they keep most of the guys accountable for what we're doing in practice and in games. So I think it's also good we have guys with a voice, because Bob have a big voice, but sometimes you have to find your own voice within the team, and I think those guys have that pretty well, especially Luke as a young guy, because Robbie is pretty much a veteran, Danny's a veteran, so Luke stepping into a new role this season. Sean Suber also. So I think we got some good guys. I think this is a good group, and pretty exciting to watch them in the first game.
Yeah, and then of course defensively, things are. That's sort of what Bob has always built strong teams around, and it feels like the nucleus of that back line seems pretty solid. And adding Max and some other players too.
Yes, yes, that's good, because trying to play a back four, so he's looking for guys who could really defend, guys with speed, good size, and guys who could play out the back. So I think it's going to be pretty interesting, and I think the midfield guys, they really work. So it's not like a bunch of guys who are just talented, who just walk around. So that's the difference between these guys. With me stepping away, Robbie will be there, Danny will be there. But guys have something to look up to. It's not just like, oh, Kenny's good on the ball, but no, I defend also, because that's what the coaches want. So that's what you have to do to get in the team. So I think all around, it's pretty decent, pretty good team, not decent, pretty good team. So we're just looking forward for the season to see how we get along.
So as a coach, how do you feel like where are your strengths? Where do you step in? You sort of kind of connected to the players a little bit more, maybe, or where do you feel like your strengths?
Yes, more connected to the players, definitely, because Bob, big personality. Bob pretty much runs everything. So sometimes, as I said, the young guys will come and ask questions. Oh, you under this situation? When Bob said this, what do you want? Because sometimes Bob could be. He said like, I have to tell guys, it's more like a moment. When Bob said something to you, it's like in that moment. But that moment won't come the next time, and he will stop it and say, you need to do this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like contradicting to players at first because they don't know him. So that's where I step in, where they could come and ask, Kenny, in this situation, what do you want? So then I could like really translate from Bob to the players.
Right.
I think that's where I come in.
Well, Kenny, we could go on all day, and we'll probably have other opportunities to do so. But I just want to wish you all the best as far as the next step here. But again, thank you. I think on behalf of a lot of people in Pittsburgh for all the contributions that you made to the organization, to Pittsburgh soccer. But we appreciate everything, and you've always been a class act as far as interviews and all that good stuff.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Kenny.
Appreciate it.